Hi guys, so in this video I'm going to talk to you about how to write answers for your anatomy essays. So I've generalized the essays into 5 main topics, which are they can either ask you about a joint, an organ, a nerve plexus, a blood vessel, or a region like maybe like inguinal canal or the anterior region of the neck or the triangles of the neck. So your essay is going to come from one of these topics mostly. So for each essay I'll tell you what are the subheadings you need to write. So the first one would be joint. So for any essay, the first page you should write all the contents of your essay. So what all you're going to write in your essay. So that would be your contents where you mention all the headings you're going to write under in the essay. So that will include introduction, which will explain about the type of joint and the articulating bones in the joint. Next, you should talk about the ligaments which occurs into the joint, followed by the muscles supporting, followed by the bursa. Then you move on to the relations, then blood supply, which will include the arterial and venous drainage, then nerve supply, movements of the joint, and finally clinical anatomy. So these are all the headings you're going to write your joint essay on. So the first page contains which are your introduction, which will include the type of joint and the articulating bones, then the ligaments, muscle supporting, bursae, relations, blood supply, your nerve supply, your movements of the joint, and finally clinical anatomy. So there are 9 headings, right? You can write a minimum of half a side or one side per heading, and it will come to around 6 to 7 sides. So your minimum number of pages for an essay are 6 to 7 sides. You can write up to 10 to 12 sides. Don't write beyond that. You won't have time to write other questions. So the next essay would be your organ. So they might ask you about the uterus, urinary bladder, or stomach, or they can ask you about any organ. Just follow this structure. Introduction. First of all, contents, where you write the subheadings first so that you don't forget it and you'll find it easy to write in order. So introduction. Here you need to mention about the shape and size of the organ and the location of the organ. Next, you need to talk about the parts of the organ and explain each part in detail. Each part will have a specific unique feature, so you need to explain each part in detail. For example, stomach has the fundus, body, the cardiac region, pyloric region. So you need to know about all of those things, and you need to write in detail about the different types of special unique features present in that region. Then relations, ligaments or peritoneal coverings, then blood supply, lymphatic drainage, and nerve supply. A few organs have parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous supply, so you need to specify which is the parasympathetic nerve supply and sympathetic nerve supply, especially for stomach this will be there. And finally, clinical correlation. So these are all the headings you need to put in for your any organ. So moving on, the third one is nerve plexus. So for any nerve plexus, for nerve plexus, write the contents, introduction, which will you need to write about the formation of the nerve plexus, from which roots of spinal cords are going to be formed, and then components of the nerve plexus, the branches of the components, and then muscles, cutaneous innervation of these branches, and finally lesions and clinical anatomy. So these are all the headings you need to put in for they ask you about any nerve. Moving on to artery. So if they ask you about the artery, you need to write your introduction, the artery's origin and in which location it is present. Then you need to, if it has many parts, then different parts of the artery, branches from different parts of the artery, then the different regions or organs it supplies, different region organs it supplies, then relations to different parts of the artery, and finally your clinical anatomy. Moving on, if they ask you about any space or region, for example, they ask you about femoral canal or something like that, you need to follow this strategy. So content will be your introduction, and then which will have the location and size and length of the space or the region. Then you need to talk about the surfaces, boundaries, the various structures, organs or muscles or whatever it is. Then relations, then the contents of the space or region, and you need to talk about the contents from, suppose if it's a artery, then from where it comes and how it terminates, or does it have any branch in that region, and finally clinical correlation. So those are all the important things which you need to focus on, and I'll just rearrange it in a better way so that you could see it. And what I've done is I've only taken up all the common essays which I've asked in the previous years. There are some specific essays like artist of foot which I've not covered in this uh, session. So arches of foot, you'll be very specific. If you read the book and you need to write it accordingly, you can't have some strategy like this. So these are all common things which a strategy might be helpful for you to attempt easily. So there's one more topic which I wanted to write here. So here it is. So the last thing I would like to talk about is they ask you about any muscle. You should write the location of the muscle where it is present, and then you write its shape, size, and if it has three different parts, then parts. If it has different parts, then parts. Then action of the muscle, then the blood supply, nerve supply, finally clinical correlation. So this I thought this would be really helpful for you guys because you'll know what to put in your answer sheet, and if you write these headings as such, they'll think, the examiner who's checking your paper will feel that you know a little bit about the topic, and the chances of you getting high marks will be improved. So if you just put one diagram for each of the heading which I told you in the essay, you'll easily cover 6 to 7 sides. So if you're going to write more than that, it's up to you, but if you write according to these headings and all those things, you will find it easy to write a lot in a very short amount of time, which is what is expected in your exam. So you have two essays to be answered. So I thought this video might be really helpful for you guys. I'll see if there are some common patterns in physiology and biochemistry, and I'll put up videos for those too. So please do share this video, like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you for all the support.